Luis Arraez is not the player we think he is. Batting average isn't as important as you think it is, and neither are singles. So, just kind of your opinion on that, and that kind of player, because Luis Arraez, by all accounts, is if you're on the scouting grade, an 80 hitter, which is what all teams are looking for, hitters, but yet he's not hitting the right way, apparently.
Well, he's definitely hitting the right way, Joe. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Guys like this get traded for. Guys like this have a place in the starting lineup every day. I think what we're seeing a little bit of is the infatuation with the long ball, the love affair that we have with the long ball, the love affair we have with guys getting on, but the consistency of the game itself. And I think that's what, even a lot of our younger kids are struggling with understanding as they kind of move into their teens and maybe even get to the opportunity of playing, baseball in college. You break it down backwards. They say it all the time. There's no 300 hitters, riding the pine. They don't. They play. They play every day because they're reliable. They're predictable. And so much of this sport, so much of hitting is very unpredictable. The one thing that I watched, which, the argument from the other side, which really truly never gets thrown out, it just gets moved past. And it's unfortunate, are the number of guys who have kind of geared their game to the slug, had the slug early in their career, then after 2 or 3 years have just disappeared off the face of the earth because they didn't have any other part of the game. And when the long ball left them, they got left behind. And that's unfortunate. But the one thing that I do know is if you know how to hit, you know how to field, you know how to run, you're an athlete, you do different things on the field. Those guys always have a place. They always have a place on the field. And that's one thing that they tend to kind of dismiss. I get it. Listen, a home run is much more valuable than a single, but there's only one Aaron Judge. There's only one Bryce Harper. There's only one Pete Alonso. I mean, guys who have these abilities to change games with one swing of the bat. And I understand the gearing of the game towards that. But what about everybody else? What about the 99% of baseball players who don't have that ability? So to constantly preach that is very damaging, in my personal opinion. And it's causing a lot of kids a lot of grief because they're not really truly learning how to hit before they start searching for the long ball all the time because they think it's the only answer.